Alright, it's the max out day. I've ripped my entire kitchen out yesterday, including all the tiles off the floor, so my back is really tight. As you can see, and maybe here it's a bit echoey, we've only got like a oven, a washing machine, a sink. So the new kitchen's arriving in 2 days, so I've got to install that and then do a competition on Sunday, which is like 5 days away. Not the best timing in terms of like life stuff going on, because yeah, turns out DIY and manual labour is pretty hard. But anyway, let's go in the garage and get this done. All right, here we are, and we also have a load of stuff stored in here while the kitchen's being cleared out. But we're gonna max out squat, bench and deadlift. Aim is like 250 squat, 160 bench, and I'll probably pull like a 310 deadlift with straps. I feel like I need some pre-workout for these max out sessions. I haven't had pre-workout in ages. So yeah, let's get set up and get going. This is the most risky session you will do, the last heavy session before competition, because you're going as heavy as you've ever been, so the risk for injury is highest, and also there's no time to recover if you do get injured. So it's a double whammy of like risk, especially with my back after the weekend. So for me, it's always my lower back, like where my lat feels like it attaches in, is what will get kind of injured or painful first. And if that goes, it normally takes me like 3 weeks to recover from. It's happened pretty much every prep so far, and it's just something I've had to deal with. And since I've been ripping the kitchen out literally yesterday, it's feeling a little bit vulnerable, a little bit tight. I've basically been on the floor with a big pneumatic drill, like drilling tiles off the floor and then lifting them outside. So the lower back has taken a bit of a beating, but the session needs to be done. So we'll see how the warm-ups feel and see what we can push it to. Hopefully 250 at least. Yep, I can feel the back already just with the bar. If you guys would be interested in any of the like kitchen building stuff and just lifestyle bits, I can definitely include a bit more in the upcoming videos. Just let me know if so. If not, I just probably won't, because for me it's probably not that interesting. But yeah, it's always good to upgrade the house. It feels nice when it's all done, but it's hard work. Oh, that belt is tight today. I'm still weighing around 85 kilograms. I have to weigh in Saturday, which is in 5 days' time. It's the evening now, so really it's like 4 days' time. For the last day I won't really drink, so I've only got 3 days to waterload. And to be honest, I haven't really waterloaded much today, just because it's uncomfortable and I don't really need to cut that much, and it's not a serious competition. But for those that are interested, I like to ramp how much water I have. So I don't just, a lot of powerlifters should do like a week of 10 litres of water a day. I ramp it up, so I'll do like 4 litres, the next day 6 litres, the next day 8 litres, the next 2 days 10 litres, and then none the day before weigh-in, and then weigh in. That went down the wrong way, so I'll try and drink as much as I can now. And after this session, try and get to about 4 litres today, which is 8 of these. That's actually quite a lot. But yeah, we'll get 4 litres down easy, and then tomorrow we'll try and do 6, then we'll try and just like do 10 and then none. And that will give me a little bit of the effect. The main things for cutting weight is basically water loading, reducing sodium or cutting it out in the 2 or 3 days before competition, and cutting out carbs in the 2 or 3 days before competition. So I probably cut carbs in a couple of days as well. All right, let's push it up to 175. 175 is probably when I can kind of gauge how it's going to go that day. Less than a week to somehow pull this all together. Just 9 weeks of training, and see if I can make a comeback and potentially win a little competition. I moved pretty well. The only thing is, I don't really know what jumps to take. That was 175. I'll probably go 205, 235, 255. Felt good, felt all right. You know what I'm actually gonna do when I go really heavy? I put these safeties up one, just in case. Safety first. Ready to see a strong husband once again? Let's do it. This is where I get nervous. Nervous? It's heavy, 235. Why are you nervous? It's like nearly 3 times body weight. All right. I'll go one heavier than this as well. Was the depth okay? You sure the depth was okay? Okay. I felt like I cut it a bit. Oh, my wrist!
What?
I don't know, it hurts. I don't know what the fuck that was. It's fine.
Cut off your circulation a bit?
Yeah, I had the wrist wraps on for a little bit longer than I normally do. Time for 255. 20 kilos more. I mean, that felt heavy. The walkout is the worst bit. And when I unrack it and the bar whips slightly, it just like compresses my back. I pray I don't get injured doing this. This is the heaviest weight I've had on my back for ages. And it's not very often, even when I was at my peak, that I had 255 or more on my back. Less than 10 times, for sure. Give it my best shot. I hate going this heavy, especially on squat. Oh, depth okay? What do you mean, yeah?
I went.
Okay. You were just focusing on hoping I won't die?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it is at these weights. And it didn't die.
No,
The rest of the session's easy from now.
It went up quite quick.
It went up quick, but there's a certain point I get to when I squat. And it gets to a certain weight, and then as I push up, I almost like black out, but I don't feel faint. It's just because like there's so much pressure in my head that just nothing else really works other than just like pushing. And then at the top, I suddenly like come alive again. I'm like, oh, it's up. Yeah, it doesn't feel nice though. But I got out of this uninjured. My back feels strong. It doesn't feel any worse than when I started the session. So that's 1 out of 3 lifts done. Bench will be fine. If I fail that, it will just hit these safeties. I might fail it, but it doesn't matter. And deadlift, I can just drop if it's too hard. Pretty successful, 255. That's good. So maybe 260 is there for comp. Right, let's get on to bench. Goal today is 160. We did 155 last week. It was pretty hard. But if we can hit 160 today, then maybe it can be there for comp as well. I do need to still train bench a fair bit this week. If I reduce volume on bench, it seems to dip real quick. So I've got to just keep the volume high on bench. For me, that's what works for me anyway. Gonna have to probably run in for a pee between every exercise today. I guess that's the downside of water loading. 100 feels strong, but it's only 100. I've got a bit of a cough from inhaling so much dust after doing the building work yesterday. Like pulling tiles off the floor with power tools just kicks up so much dust that I've probably breathed in, which is not good for you, but it makes you appreciate the labourers and men that keep all the infrastructure going, you know, building houses, plumbing, electrics, gas. When you try and do that shit yourself, you realise those are the people really keeping the world going. I'll probably do similar to what I'm going to do in competition today. I do 140, 150, 160. In competition, I'll probably do 155 as a second, just to secure that. I don't really want to jump 150 to 160, knowing that I left 5 kilos out there if I miss the 160. All right, this should be an opener, so let's try and do a decent pause and treat it like an opener. That was slow. I don't think I'm benching 160 today after that. Let's do 150, see how that moves. Shit, that's a bit disappointing actually. We'll see if I can do 160, but based on that, it's probably gonna be a no, which may change the competition plan slightly. I mean, that can still be an opener. I don't know, it's weird because 2 days ago I did 135 for real slow tempo bench. God, maybe I'm just getting in my own head too much. Let's just do 150 and see if it moves, and we can try 160 after if it does. I don't know why bench feels down today. Maybe it's the manual labour yesterday, maybe the squat just cooked my nervous system. I'm not sure, but let's see if I can redeem myself on this 150. Okay, that felt better than 140. Redeem myself somewhat. See if we can add 10 to it. That might be a challenge. All right, 160 loaded. This is gonna be right at the limit. Well, I actually managed to do it. There wasn't much pause there. Just just a little one, so that might catch me in competition. But it's possible as a third attempt. There's no start command in this competition, which as well sometimes happens, so when you get lifted off, you can just go whenever you want. The problem with that is a lot of guys just lift off and just go straight away, and the guy behind them that lifts them off hasn't moved out of the way quick enough, so they almost lift it off straight down onto their chest. Then you have to wait for the head ref to say press. But they can only say that once your lift off guy is completely out of the way. So I think I will hold it at the top just for a little bit, just to wait until it's clear, and then I'll go. But yeah, we pressed it. When I edit this video, I'll see how the pause was. Didn't feel great, I'll be honest, but I got it up. And I actually feel like there's maybe a tiny bit more in the tank, maybe 162. We're gonna do some back downs, which will be sets of 3 at 130. And then we're gonna deadlift, see what we can do with straps. Hopefully like 310. That's a good set. I think 140 just threw me off because I didn't get any hype for it because it's 140. But when I take the weights a bit more seriously, they're actually not too bad on bench. So yeah, I'm satisfied. 2 more sets of that and then I'll see you for deadlifts. All right, we're gonna hit a big deadlift today with straps. After the last heavy session, it's always a weird feeling because like the work is done and it's just now kind of chilling and just waiting for the competition to roll around. Next week will be a few light sessions. That's all it will be, is just keeping everything like loose and ready and going through the motions. There's no real work left to do. So it's gone quick, like the work is done. It's weird. And you'll never feel ready for a competition, or at least for me. You just get there and you do your best, and sometimes you have a good day and sometimes you have a bad day. But as long as you do everything you can up front, then you set yourself up as best you can. Something funny here, as I've been clearing out my house for the refurbishments and new kitchen, I came across my old PB board that was in my old garage. So there's some interesting numbers on here. My best 1 rep on squat was 250, I beat that today. My best bench was 170, haven't beat that yet. 290 deadlift, that's without straps. Slingshot bench 192, I actually got that up to 200, the slingshot bench. So as these home improvements keep being made, I might actually put that whiteboard back up again in the garage. It used to be a good motivation of all my PBs on there for every lift, every rep range, like a table, lift down the side, how many reps across the top. You know, good motivation to try and beat some of them. So maybe we'll bring that back. That said, let's get on with these deadlifts. Just gonna go 1 red plate each rep. I think we're gonna go for this 270 here, and then we'll go for 310, and that will be it. Not too bad. Right, that is it, 310, that was pretty easy. I could have done 320 to be honest, but I don't want to risk anything too much. I'm gonna go indoors, let's do a quick physique update, and that will be it for today. And then next week I'll upload just some lifestyle stuff, but it will be a chill week from training perspective. All right, and here's the physique after 9 weeks.
Yeah, there you go.
What does that do to the back?
Yep.
Cool. If I compare this to week 1, I know the lightings are probably a little better in this room, but way better.
It's your little face.
My girlfriend laughing at me because,
I'm your wife.
oh yeah, my wife, because I can't pose. Honestly, I don't have a clue about posing. There's supposed to be an art to it. Anyway, that's it. I will show you the final week as well in the coming videos up to the competition, which will be a taper week. So a taper week is basically where you reduce the volume. I'll keep the intensity fairly high, but not that high. Tonight, I'm just going to drink as much water as I can before bed. So I'll see you next time.